At these brothers, God is good, man. I woke up today, man, just wanted to have some God talk with my brothers, man. Wanted to have some somewhat power circle talk with my brothers today, man. But I want to talk about something, man, that if you can understand what I'm talking about today, if you can take what I'm saying today, man, and apply it and run it in 2025 with it, not even just 2025, if you can live your life by what I want to share, by what I want to share with you brothers today, man, I promise on everything I know, your life will be different. I promise. And when I say I promise, meaning I put it on my life. That's how hard I stand on this, man. I put it on my life, man. Your life will forever be the same. There will be no more nights where you can't sleep because you stressed about something. There will be no more days where you worried about what everybody else is saying about you. It's just a different code to live by, man. And what I want to talk about, brothers, is like everybody wants to get ahead. There's not a person on the planet that in some way or they're not trying to expand. Whether it's starting a business, whether it's getting a degree, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, whether it's getting in a relationship to expand that route. You know, there are a million different ways we can set our lives up or put things in place to expand. But what I found, man, a while back was the reason why a lot of people aren't getting the result they want to get is not typically the reasons they think. You know, and just right now, it just crossed my mind, man. I'm thinking about, I think that's Napoleon's work. Not Napoleon. Yeah, that's Napoleon Hill's work in Think and Grow Rich. When he was saying, and I'm paraphrasing, when he's saying two people can be doing the exact same thing in the exact same economy, in the exact same city, in the exact same everything, and get two different results. And he's like, one of those men understands something that the other one doesn't. And that thing is what I want to talk to y'all brothers about today, man, because what we normally do is like when we start that business or start that channel or get in that relationship, like we're calling that the cause, and we're desiring a certain effect. Like even like everybody, even if it's on a subconscious level, knows that the world is governed by cause and effect. You throw a ball up, the ball is coming down. You do X, Y, Z, you get this result. Everybody knows that, even if they just have a light knowledge of it, or if they can actually speak to it. Everybody knows that. So when a lot of people are doing things, again, businesses, channels, salons, whatever, YouTube channel, relationships, everybody's using that same law. They're implementing a cause and they're desiring a certain effect. But when that effect is not panning out, they're confused. There should be no confusion. If a man understands that he's walking in the image, then he understands that whatever he's seeing is what he's creating. So what people are saying is, why am I not getting the desired result from my creation? Why is my cause not getting a certain effect? It's because of perspective, bro. I'm telling you, to get this understanding, it's just a matter of standing in a different position. It's just a matter of looking at it from a different place on the grid. It's just a matter of shifting the whole subject matter back 1 degree. Shifting everything back 1 degree and the lights will come on. And what I mean by that is we have to stop calling the vessel, the business, the relationship. We have to stop calling the vessel the cause and understand that the vessel is the effect. The vessel is the effect. What we're calling the effect is really just the byproduct of just what naturally comes from the effect. But we're calling that byproduct the effect, and we're calling the vessel the cause. So it's when I say we just got to shift it back 1 degree, we really got to understand that the cause is not the vessel. The cause is our energy. The cause is our energy. And it ain't about going in no deep esoteric talk. It's about alchemy 101. It's about the lowest forms of alchemy. Understanding that the energy is the cause. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand that, man, it really, because that's where everything comes from. Everything is stemmed from that cause. In other words, what I'm saying is this. I don't care if you start a business. I don't care if you start a channel, whatever kind of business. Surely goodness and mercy. You don't think you can start that business and get a desired result if your energy is jacked up. In other words, if you're putting something out in this world that's low vibrational, surely you don't think that this vessel you created can create any other types of fruit besides what you're putting out into the world. Surely you don't think that. I know people do it, but surely you watching this channel, you don't think that. Surely you don't think you can be crossing everybody. Surely you don't think you can be doing your brother wrong. Surely you don't think you can be cheating on your wife or your husband. Surely you don't think you can be robbing people blind and get a good result from the vessel you created. Surely if you understand how the world works, surely you don't think that. It's impossible to get a certain result if you aren't moving right. It takes me back to what I was talking about a few weeks ago, man. And I brought this up in a YouTube video where, and I can't remember the verse in the Bible, man. Or to be honest, I can't even remember the entire scenario. But it seems like somebody was checking the messenger. Like somebody was trying to check him. Somebody was trying to see if he was really about that life. And when I say the messenger, y'all know I'm talking about Jesus. Some of y'all get offended when I say the messenger. But somebody was trying to check the messenger, I believe. And they said, well, Jesus, like you talking all this knowledge, right? You're saying all these things. What are the two greatest commandments that a man must know? What are the two greatest commandments? And the messenger said, we all know the first one that said, love God with all your heart. Put no other God above that entity. There are no demigods. There are no other God above this God, right? That's one. And the second one is treat your brother like you treat yourself. Treat your brother, treat your sister like you want to be treated. That sounds so simple, man. But if you keep reading, man, and again, I'm paraphrasing. If you keep reading like one or two lines below that, Jesus said, within what I just told you is it has all the prophets, all the laws, like all the information you think you can obtain. All this knowledge is within what I just told you. That lets you know the weight of it, bro. So going back to cause and effect, man, it's like if your cause is right, then you have to get a certain result. You have to. And for some reason, as simple as that is, people don't understand that. People think they can just live reckless, but then they're scratching their head when the result isn't the result. Like there, and I said this before, bro, and I share this with my brothers in the circle all the time. I'm 100% sure that the reason my life is what it is, and my life is just my life. I'm not saying my life is grandiose. My life is what I created. I'm not saying I'm this or that. I'm saying my life is what I created. And I can sit here and say the reason my life is exactly what I created is simply because of that second greatest commandment. The way I treat my brothers, like I treat myself. I put nothing but good energy out. Nothing but get good energy. So it don't matter if I'm on YouTube. It don't matter if I'm starting businesses. I have to get a certain result. By law, I have to. I could cut these cameras off today, man, and go shovel shit for $3 an hour. My life would still be doing exactly what it is right now because I know how to put it out and I know how to bring it back in. I know how to put it out and I know how to bring it back in. The way you treat your brothers and sisters is everything. The messenger said, every single thing you think you want to know, every single thing you think you can obtain is wrapped up when I just told you. It's within this. To be honest, when we go to church and Juma and Matt, to be honest, this could be the only sermon we could preach until death. Because everything is within this. You know what I'm saying? And I said this a few weeks ago. There's not one single person on God's green earth that can say, soul did me wrong. And if they can say that, they can't say, soul didn't come back and apologize to me. Not one person on the planet. And I said, if there's anybody on God's green earth that wants to say soul has done anything, let's go live, bro. Let's put whatever soul did on live or shut the fuck up. That's exactly what I said. Because that person doesn't exist. That person doesn't exist. There's no way in the world I'm finna cross any brother of mine. I might hurt somebody's feelings. I might hurt somebody's feeling in a relationship, but I'm not finna cross nobody. I'm not finna be in a relationship and cheat on nobody. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not finna be out here having no rotations of women, hurting people's feelings and doing all this stuff. I'm not finna be stealing from my brother. It's not happening. Because what we do to the outside world is really what we're doing to ourselves. It's saying, what do I want back in life? It's saying, how do I want the world to treat me? What kind of rewards do I want to reap? So if I'm out here cheating, if I'm out here sleeping with the world, if I'm out here talking bad about my brothers, if I'm out here doing all this toxic shit, and now I'm trying to run a business and want success, like what planet are you on? Like what God are you governed by? Like the same laws that exist today, man, or the same laws that's always existed. It's like, so if you don't know anything else, man, it ain't about reading Bibles or Quran. It ain't about all this knowledge. All that's actually just icing on the cake. It's icing on the cake. How you treat your brother and sister, how you treat your brother and sister, how you treat this world is what you're going to get. It's what you're going to get. That's why sometimes you can look at some people's life and say, man, that brother really don't put that much energy out to live a life like that. She don't do X, Y, Z. Why does she have a loving relationship? I see y'all sisters online. Man. There might be a woman online that may not be as attractive as some of y'all women. Some of y'all women, man, are tight. Some of y'all women are 10s. Some of y'all women have perfect skin. Everything is flawless. Ass on 22. And you stay tight. And you might get online and you might see some Respucia with a tight chocolate brother. And you saying, how does this sister do this? What is she doing different? She's putting a certain energy out. She's putting a certain thing out, so she has to get it back. Like it's not even optional at that point. She has to get it back. Why is that brother's money doing X, Y, Z? How is that brother able to wake up and do what he wants 7 days a week? How was he able to do that? He's not doing all these extra bells and whistles. It's because that brother understands alchemy 101. What I put out is what I have to get back. What I have to get back. I'm gonna tell you this. You will never lose another night's sleep in your life. You will never worry about how the bill's gonna get paid, because this is the thing. Not saying you won't live a life and have problems. That's what life is about. Challenges. Life is about hitting potholes. Life is about going through sour things and going through bad relationships. But the first thing a man with understanding does, I'm gonna tell you this. And this is how you know if a man or a woman is in that God state. This is how you know if a person is in that God state. As soon as something goes wrong, as soon as that job gets lost, as soon as that tumor comes on the body, as soon as that relationship falls off because your man or your woman wanted to step out, as soon as something goes bad and you like, God dang, how did this happen? The first thing a man of understanding does is stops. And he goes inside and he says, what have I put out somewhere that allowed that to happen? Like where have I slipped up in life? What am I creating? What vibe am I putting out for that to have created itself? You got to understand that. Because as soon as you start saying it's this person's fault, this person did this person did this. And I'm not saying identify a lot of the culprits. But if you aren't saying your energy is the cause, you're still amongst those that sleepwalk, brothers. You're still amongst those that are in bed, sisters. You're not a man of understanding. A man of understanding takes responsibility of 100% of everything, or he's not really walking in the image. You can't do both. You can't do both. So what I'm gonna say to y'all brothers today, man, is if something in your world is not up to par, if you're not getting the result you want to get, if business is not doing what it's doing, if all the women you come across are low vibrational, if XYZ is doing XYZ, right? The first thing is go inside, man, and say, where am I putting that out? Am I loving my brother like I love myself? Am I treating my sister like I want myself to be treated? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, and I'm not sure if it's on down there, if it was another book in the Bible where the messenger was saying, oh, okay, you say, messenger said, okay, you say you have understanding. That's what's up. You say you have understanding. You say you understand the two greatest commandments. I hear you. But why in the cornbread hell is your brother in prison and he ain't heard from you in 20 years? Why do you drive by that homeless man every single day and offer no support, offer no knowledge at minimum? Why do you go out and pop bottles when your next door neighbor, his light's about to get cut off? Huh? Why are you going to Fiji? Why are you tricking money on hoes when grandmama can't even get a medicine this weekend? But you understand the two greatest commandments? God is over everything. You love your brother and sister like you love yourself. Most people aren't treating everybody else like they want to be treated. They're not. And I'm gonna tell you why they're not, man. Because when you I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you exactly why people don't do it. I'm gonna tell you exactly why people don't do it. People don't do that is because people that aren't in the know, that comes off as very weak. Think about what I'm saying. When I talk about merging, and I ain't got my picture behind me. When I'm talking about merging those minds, when I'm talking about becoming together and having immortal minds, higher and lower self, when I'm talking about forming that immortal mind, you see the world as God sees the world. When you see the world as God sees the world and you have God above all things and you treat your brothers like you treat yourself, it can come off as very weak. It can come off as a soft person. It can come off as very naive. It's just a lot of people aren't in the know of what that energy is until they summon the dark side of that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say this, and this is what I found over the course of my life, man. Oh, I'll say over the course of my journey of understanding, because there's no end goal to understanding. If we live to be 1,000 years, we're still all rookies in the game. But what I've understood is I've seen people take my generosity and see my generosity, because I love people. I love hard. Partners, relationships, I love hard, man. I love God like I want to be loved. I love like I want to be loved, and I love like God would love, right? But this is what I found out people don't understand about soul. I'm gonna love you hard. This might come off like whatever it comes off until you make me have to summon the dark side. Then I'm dropping death on your ass from a state of love. I'm gonna love you like God loves you until you cross me. Then I'm dropping the hammer on your ass in the state of love. It's the same love. So a lot of people just that aren't in the know, man, they don't understand that love when they see it. They don't understand they don't understand that love when they feel it. They don't understand that love when they see it, man. But all I'm saying is this: once you understand what I'm saying, bro, once you implement this, once you even love your enemies like you love yourself, which to be honest, to a man of understanding, there are no enemies. That's a whole nother talk, but there are no enemies because every man is me. Every man is me. Like I tell my brothers in the circle all the time, not, let me say it like this. Like me and my brothers in the circle share information, because we all one in the circle, right? Me and my brothers in the circle always talk about this. You can tell if a man is really enlightened. You can tell if a woman is really in the know Like you can get online and people can talk about this spiritual guru and what, and they can dress a certain way and talk a certain way and speak in tongue and all this other stuff. If there's a line in the sand between them and anybody else, they are full of shit. Tell them Soul said it. Tell them Soul said it and tell them let's go live. Because I understand that if they have a line in the sand between anybody else outside of themselves, they aren't in the know. They aren't in the know. In other words, if they're online talking black power and the white man or the Asian man or the green man is the enemy, they're full of shit. They're a child of a lesser God. You can't be connected to oneness and see something outside of yourself. And we have a lot of spiritual gurus that are preaching that. And I'm not saying don't have love for your community. Because, man, I love being a black man in black skin and can fellowship with my black people because we can all identify on a certain level. We can all talk and laugh and jive about certain things. We just have a certain communication that people outside of our race don't have. It's just every race should be like that. But that don't mean my race, that don't mean I'm different than them. It's just a team I was born on. But everybody's my brother. Everybody's my sister. I don't care if they're across enemy lines shooting rounds at me. They're still my brothers. I don't care if it's women I've been in a relationship in the past and they go out and they do certain things or they talk about me and They're still my sisters. I can talk my shit. I can do whatever I do. I can't not love. I can't not forgive. Because as soon as I do that, I'm jacking my own world up. People don't understand that. People get so caught up in their emotions, they're screwing their own worlds up. Alchemy 101. Alchemy 101. What you put out is what you have to get back. It's law. Again, the messenger said, hey, you know what? These are the two greatest commandments. Every single prophet you know, every single piece of information you think you want to know, all the laws, all the understanding, all this stuff is wrapped up in those things right there, brothers.